Greetings and welcome to Causeless Joy Tarot. I am the Golden Light Goddess, and I am here today to do a general reading for the sign of Pisces for the month and the year of 2018. As you can see, I have a little bit slightly different setup going on here, and hopefully this will make it easier for my subscribers and viewers to view the cards. There's a lengthy description in the description box below about this month's reading. Today is January 1st, the very first day of the new year, and I was guided to release my videos on this very first beautiful day of 2018, so here I am to do so. Today I'll be using several decks. Actually, I'll be working with Ciro Marchetti's oh my goodness, I completely just spaced the name of this deck, and I've been using it. This is Ciro Marchetti's deck, the Gilded Tarot, my goodness. And I'm also drawing a guidance card for the month of January using Karen Sanger's Chakra Insight Oracle. Now this reading I will pull 12 cards for the entire year, and I'll record those cards. We won't necessarily go into a lengthy discussion about the cards that come up for Pisces in the month of January. Again, those cards are potentials as we move throughout the year. So I'll also be pulling some clarifying cards from another deck, which is the Cat Black Golden Tarot deck for the month of January. Now, there's just one question I'd like you to hold in your mind as I shuffle this deck to see what the energies are in store for the sign of Pisces. That question is, how good can it get? All right? How good can it get for you, Pisces, in the year 2018? And let's now begin to shuffle the cards as we seek to answer that very question. How good can it get? Calling on my guides, teachers, helpers, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Pisces, asking for guidance, clarity, and vision as we look at the energies coming in to this magnificent year of 2018. Giving thanks in advance for perfect clarity, perfect vision, and perfect wisdom as we examine the incoming energy for 2018 for the sign of Pisces. Allowing all things to be as they are as we look at the energies coming in for Pisces for January 2018, as well as the potentials for the remainder of the year. All right. And if you know your rising sign or your ascending, your moon sign, feel free to also take a look at those videos as well. Again, how good can it get for 2018? How good can it get for the sign of Pisces? What is the energy that is up and active, the potentials that are available to the sign of Pisces for the month of January and the year of 2018? Looking to the sign of Pisces right now. What is the energy surrounding the beloved sign of Pisces coming into 2018? Thank you in advance for perfect clarity, perfect wisdom, and perfect vision as we explore this upcoming energy. All right, Pisces, that feels pretty good for you right there. So let's go ahead and now take a look at the cards that are up for you right now. again, I am pulling 12 cards that will represent the energy throughout the year of 2018. And the energy at the very bottom of the deck, this energy represents the overall energy coming into this year, the current energy available for the sign of Pisces. Here we do have the Star card coming up in the reverse. Now, this is one of those cards that is a very positive, a very uplifting and energetic card when it comes up in the upright position. Here, as you can see, the star is coming in the reverse. So this could indicate currently that you're not feeling like the star that you are, right? You're not experiencing the that's you may not be having that experience of being this bright and bubbly personality. And so the opposite of that bright and bubbly personality would actually be a depressed sense. Now, I'm very cautious about using that particular word because, when we're not feeling at our very highest, our very best, then there's this tendency to slap that word onto it. Oh, well, they're depressed, and this, the things like this get said. But at the end of the day, it really is more of a compression. The joy is still there, the light is still there, but it's somehow compressed and blocked by the energies that are up and around you. So again, this is the energy coming through right now for the sign of Pisces, the star in the reverse as an overriding energy on this spread. So let's take a look now at the rest of the cards. As I mentioned, what I'd like to do is just start out by just seeing exactly what cards are up for you for 2018. Here we have the King of Wands in the reverse in your January position. Next up, we have the Devil coming in for February. And then we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse for March. Next, we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse for April. The Three of Wands in the reverse for May. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse for June. The Ten of Wands upright for July. The Page of Wands upright for August. The Fool upright for September. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse for October. The Three of Swords upright for November. And lastly, we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse for December for the sign of Pisces. All right, so that is a very brief overview of the cards that are coming in for your sign, for the sign of Pisces for the 2018. Now, we're going to look much closer here at your January card. Again, all of your cards will be recorded and they will be discussed in more detail as the year progresses. But for today, we are going to focus primarily on this King of Wands in the reverse. So let's talk a little bit about the King of Wands. First of all, upright, the King of Wands is a very passionate, very focused energy. The King of Wands is the alpha male. He's a bold leader, has power, charm, and courage. So this King of Wands is really about this bold, powerful energy. Now, it is coming up for Pisces in the reverse for the month of January. So this could signify a sense of weakness or feeling like you're weakened. You know, I'm drawn back to this star card coming up in the reverse here as your overall energy, primary energy coming into 2018. So we have this star card, which is normally a very positive energy, as well as the King of Wands, a very bold, as I mentioned, courageous type energy, a very fiery energy. This could also indicate a person around you, a fire sign, or if you happen to be a fire sign, either rising or your descendant is a fire sign, then this card could represent you as well. But here there's this sense, when I see both the King of Wands in the reverse as well as this star card coming up in the reverse, there's this sense that you're not feeling as strong and as bright and as brilliant as you typically are, Pisces. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull 3 clarifying cards for this King of Wands in the reverse to see what that energy, what more we can find out about that energy of the King of Wands in the reverse. And again, I'm using Cat Black's Golden Tarot deck for the clarifying cards for Pisces for the January card. So calling on the guides, teachers, angels, and helpers, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Pisces, asking that you clarify, asking Spirit to clarify the King of Wands in the reverse. What does January hold for the sign of Pisces? Looking at this King of Wands in the reverse, what does January hold for the sign of Pisces? All right, we had a card fall out here. We're going to go with that as well. All right, and we need one more card. Let's see, what are we looking at here with this King of Wands for the month of January? All right, there we go. All right, so to clarify those wands, all right, we have the Knight of Coins coming up in the reverse. We have the 10 of Coins coming up upright, and then the Page of Wands coming up in the reverse as well here. So let's start with the Knight of Coins coming up in the reverse. So knights are typically representing energy or messages is what I mean to say there. And so this knight is this knight coming up in the reverse is more of an impulsive energy, right? Being impulsive sometimes can be being spontaneous can have a lot of, there's good and bad quote unquote things that you can say about impulsive behaviors. First of all, impulsive means you're spontaneous. You're not planning things out exorbitantly. You know, that's really what causes a lot of our suffering in life. We have these ideas and plans about how things should be, how they should look, or how we'd like them to look and be. But there's this benefit of having an impulsive attitude, you know, not to the degree where you're making decisions that you haven't given any thought to, or you haven't weighed the good and the bad. Not that type of impulsive off the cuff, but this spontaneous way of being is what I'm really referring to. Going with the flow, allowing yourself to remain completely engaged in this current moment, you know, not too fixed on how things need to be. So for me, seeing this Knight of Coins in the reverse is not necessarily going to be what we would necessarily think of as a bad issue. You also have the Page of Wands coming up in the reverse, but between both of those you have this Ten of Coins coming in. Here we have great potential. All right, great potential for financial gain, for completing what you've started. So for me, this Ten of Coins is really going to speak to inheritance, growth, prosperity, abundance. Check the people out in this card here. You have several people. There's someone picking fruit off of the tree. Someone's enjoying a book here. This lady is playing with kids. This person is cooking. A lot of activity, a lot of things going on in your world. Again, bringing me back to your spontaneous nature. Being spontaneous, being able to stay in the flow and going with the flow, right? That's going to be very important for Pisces in the month of January is what I'm picking up here. Now you also have the Page of Wands coming up in the reverse. Now, pages also signify messages, typically upright. This Page of Wands is really about a new career, a new idea, new projects, new things going on. When I see this coming up in the reverse, however, we're talking more of a struggle, more of not feeling this Ten of Coins energy. So this is interesting because we have the Knight of Coins in the reverse and the Knight of Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Ten of Coins is right in the middle of that, right in the middle of your spontaneousness, and as well as this struggling energy, being impulsive and struggling. Right in the midst of that, you have this great potential to manifest the coins, to manifest the financial resources that you're so entitled to and wanting to experience in your life. So again, we have this very interesting combination of energy where this potential is here for greatness, but we have these external factors. I feel this some of this is internal too, because when you're talking about being impulsive, you're talking about your own internal processes there, not so much as an external thing. Here, this Page of Wands in the reverse may indicate more of an external struggle. So we have an internal thing going on and an external thing, but in the midst of it, you still have this ability to be very, very prosperous. So you'll know how this energy works for your particular situation. Again, these are general readings in nature. Some of the information may resonate with you, some of it may not. Take what works for you and leave the rest. All right, so again, we have these three cards clarifying your January energy coming into the new year, clarifying that King of Wands energy in the reverse. So if we look at those cards together once again here, make sure you have a good view of these cards. So if we look at these particular cards again, we have this King of Wands in the reverse, indicating that there is a very good you have that potential to really master and create, but there's something going on with these reverse cards. There's some sort of stagnant energy at play here again, as well with the Star card coming up in the reverse. There's some sort of stagnation that's not fully allowing you to access your true abundance here. So it'll be up to you at a very personal level to to work through that energy, to see where this energy may be blocking your abundance, because I do sense some blocking going on here. This great potential for abundance is surrounded by all of these reverse cards. So there's something that may be blocking your ability to access and release the abundance in your life. So that's where the question that I asked you to hold in your mind as I was shuffling the cards: how good can it get for Pisces in 2018? It'll be up to you to figure, that question is actually not one that you personally need to answer. It's a question that we're posing to the universe. How good can it get for me? How can I work through this upside down energy to really hone in on the abundance that's available to all of us, really? You know, none of us are excluded from the abundance that is constantly being poured out upon each and every one of us. Every single day we wake up with an abundance of air to breathe, an abundance of sunshine, or whatever you have going on in your life in terms of being able to really see the things that are there that you do have, that you're abundant in, but you're overlooking that whole potential. Instead of focusing on what you do have, it feels like there may be some focus on what's not working. And I can see why that would be the case with this energy coming in the reverse here. But there is, again, this great potential to really express and release your abundance in 2018. So once again, I ask the question: exactly how good can it get for Pisces for 2018? All right, so let's now go ahead and take a look at your guidance card for January 2018. Again, I am using Karen Sangster's Chakra Insight Oracle cards. I really do love the messages that these cards have. Right now we have a card that has already flipped over for the sign of Pisces. Support, love, signs, and direction. Guidance, right? Guidance is available for you. There is this huge potential for you to tap into what you need in order to get the directions, the support, and the love, as this card points out here, is representing. Go inside, go internal to meditate, pray, contemplate on how to release the things that are no longer serving you, the things that are no longer providing you with the joy and abundance and the peace and love that you deserve. Because there is, as I mentioned, a great potential around the sign of Pisces, but I'm feeling this staticky energy that is blocking that potential again at this point. So go within, ask for guidance, ask for assistance with clearing this energy out. And again, continue to focus and meditate on the question: how good can it get for Pisces, for you in 2018? All right, so that does conclude the primary portion of your reading. Also, a reminder, I am also burning my favorite candle today, and I do take note that this your final guidance card, which is what drew me to my candle, is the color of this card. These candles are on sale on my website at theroyalcandle.com. This is a lavender Love Never Dies candle, and I absolutely love it. It is my favorite candle. So if you're interested in getting some of these any of my intention candles that I carry on my website, you can go out and visit that. Again, thank you so much for joining me for your January reading. I do wish you abundant blessings within this new year, and I will see you again in February 2018. Namaste.